and welcome to the Ichigo Abroad podcast.
Hello.
My name is Sophia. You can find me on both Instagram and Ravelry as Ichigo Knitter. And who are you, madame?
I am back for my second time on this podcast. My name is Midori Knits. You can find me on Ravelry as Midori Knits. And yeah, I'm excited to be back.
What's your real name?
I'm Shawnee, by the way.
My name is just Midori.
It's just Midori all the way. No, it's a great name.
Yeah, it'd be cool if your name was Midori.
That would be really nice.
Yeah. we explain what that means?
Yeah, last time, but if you don't remember, it means green.
In Japanese?
Yes. And I love green.
She's a lot. So our friend Sarah today is out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing the podcast by ourselves. And It's a little quieter and lonely. I think we've been pretty much on our own for quite a few hours now.
Yeah.
Just been crafting, watching Criminal Minds until the power went out.
And then
we're just sitting there.
Middle of a kind of one of the creepier moments in the episode, and then all of a sudden it powered out everything.
Pitch black.
We just looked at each other and that came right back on. But
after a minute, it was a good minute of us being like,
we were like, what's gonna happen?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's what we get for watching Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
So good.
But then we talked to your mom.
Yes, Sarah Toga Knitting. It is her and my dad's anniversary today. Oh, such nerds.
Omedetou.
They've been together for 28 years. And I'm sure they'll tell you the best moment of their lives was when I came into the world.
A great
They're both shaking their heads and they're like, no, she's a disaster zone. Take her away from us.
Glorious.
Yes. Yes. And then Shawnee was a dear friend and made us tea.
Yes. Great tea.
What kind of tea are you drinking today?
I have Earl Grey.
You know what I have?
What is it?
Lady Grey. Partnership. Alright, should we get into the knitting?
Yes.
Alrighty. So, let us start today with some fine whips.
Yes.
Have you been working on some whippy whips, my dear friend?
I do. I have been. So, I've been naughty. We'll talk more about this later, but I received I'm part of the Harry Potter Knit Along, and I received one of my skeins of yarn ahead from her mother, who graciously pre-ordered it for me, and I started already using it in one of my whips.
Yeah. So she's not going to be able to use this one in the Knit Along.
No, but
she's too excited.
It's still okay. I have some more to go with the other skeins, but this is my sock. I've started. Let me get those stitch markers there. So, I'm not following any pattern, but I am going from the toe up, and I'm using Sophia's gracious teachings of how to make a sock.
It's magical.
On the left side, I've done a cable, and on this side, I'm doing seed stitching. Not following any particular pattern. I'm really excited though, because just after doing so many shawls and scarves, I think I kind of want to, once I get to the top cuff, kind of combine some of those patterns and the stitches I've learned from them. So we'll see how that goes.
What is the colorway?
Oh, the colorway is Voldemort by Oloops.
It's super beautiful. Let's hold up the
ball.
I'll admire the gray. It's silvery gray and that turquoise blue. Mm-hmm. It's really beautiful. Mm-hmm. If anyone is interested, Oloops will be doing an October update of their Harry Potter yarns. You will see more of it from Shawnee. So if any of this tempts you with its beautifulness.
The one I'm really excited to get again, I mean if they have the same one again, is the Weasley Brothers, because my logo on Ravelry is the Weasley Brothers in a different art form. Mm-hmm. But yes, I really love them, and I want their yarn.
Yes. Understand. I want that one.
Yeah.
We'll save that.
You'll see that later.
You'll see what it is that I want. All right. I have. Want me to show one whip, and then you can show those, and then so that we don't ruin it, because that's really nice. Don't spoil it. Okay. Well, let me show you something that I'm sort of working on.
What is it?
Okay, this is in a bag that I got at Rhinebeck 2 years ago, I think.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. 2 years ago I got this. This is a bag from the Etsy store, 3 bags full. But it is my Rhinebeck bag, because that's where I got it. I love it. So in here I have a wee whittle sock.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Did I start knitting this last?
You did.
So it's probably in the same exact position. To be honest, you might have seen this exactly as it is right now. Anyways, you can admire the teeny tiny little toe that I'm doing because it's completely.
Oh.
And look at that little toe. And so I'm knitting this with the Lemonade Shop on Etsy's colorway Cherry Blossom.
It's very pretty.
Which I love. You need to. She does beautiful speckle yarns. You can see. Let me show you the. The ball of yarns. Yeah. Yeah, it's just her speckled yarns really are my favorite.
I checked out the shop on Etsy after you told me where you got it, and I really like her yarns. There's one that was called like unicorn colorway.
Oh yeah.
I really like it, like pastel unicorn.
Yes. I just love yarn.
I do too.
That's a thing. I'm kind of addicted. Did you know I have a knitting podcast? I'm like so addicted to yarn.
We should totally do it together.
We should.
That would be great. Oh,
wow.
We're like such weeaboos.
Yes. Okay. All right. Shall we go back to you, Shawnee?
Yes.
Okay, would you like to tell everything about this? I feel like you should give the whole story.
The whole story. Yes.
So whole day. Just how this came about.
Yeah, so our other friend Sarah, who was on last time, the other day I came downstairs and I saw on her table that she had made some stitch markers. And I was really thrilled, and I bought a couple from her to use on the sock that I'm making. And then today, we were downtown at a really beautiful stone and jewelry shop called Global Pathways.
Yes.
And they sell like just the stones as well as handmade jewelry, and you can like buy the stones individually and put together like bracelets, earrings, and just buy them on the spot, and they're pre-drilled. So I bought some stones and I made some stitch markers for the first time.
And they're beautiful.
Thank you. So I made them in sets of 5. This is the first one. I've got like, I don't actually remember the names of the stones, so I'm really, really sorry. I can do better next time.
How dare you?
But it's like some pretty browns, and the brown stones have some sparkles.
I really like them.
And
I like the sparkles.
Yes,
I like sparkles.
And then I also made another pair of 5 stitch markers, using that same color at the top, just in a different oval like an oval shape. And then I used some of those really pretty like quartz rocks. So. Really pretty.
Yeah, super.
And these will be actually a gift for Christmas for my dad's fiance. So she's wanting to learn knitting, and I decided to make her some stitch markers. So that's ahead and done.
I know. She did a lot of. Can I just tell you, this girl did a lot of Christmas shopping today.
Yes. I bought some things that are only like things you can get on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Like some balsamic vinegar and.
Well, they
spices.
have balsamic vinegar everywhere, but
specific. Yes, the specific kind is like a cinnamon
balsamic vinegar,
like a cinnamon apple-y pear balsamic. It's really beautiful.
From a local place.
Yes, so I'm sure they'll be thrilled.
I think she'll be ecstatic.
Yes,
I need to like have a family member that makes me jewelry.
Makes you jewelry?
Yeah. Hey, friend.
Hi. Your birthday's coming soon.
Yeah.
But yes, those are my stitch markers.
Yeah, they're super nice. Like, yeah. Yes. See, I'm surrounded by crafty people who I can benefit from. Can't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stitch markers. She's doing crocheting.
Yes, and I suppose I shall show you that now.
Yes.
So, if you follow me on Instagram, and if you do, I apologize. I post most random knitting things. I judge myself sometimes. The other day at like 8 p.m. I got off my shift at work, and Sarah came and picked me up because if you guys don't already know, I am a 21-year-old with a driving permit and not a driving license.
Still, it's good. It's a good start.
I cannot drive.
It's a good
I
start.
love going out and buying alcohol with my driver's permit. I like to think that people will at least, like, I've like, you know how like when you're 21, it kind of feels weird going out to get alcohol because it's perfectly legal, but I'm afraid people are going to look at me and be like, you're not 21, this must be fake or something.
Yeah.
But like, I've got a permit, And I feel like people will never even, like, because, like, I have a permit, like, who would be stupid enough to make, like, a fake permit? So I'm like, cause I don't know why I, like, for me, it's, like, really, I'm like, I am 21, this is okay.
Yes.
But I'm afraid that they're gonna be like,
you look so young.
You look so young, you're not 21. I'll be like, I'm almost 22 in, like, 3 weeks, I promise.
I'm getting older, I promise.
I'm so old. But I do have a driver's permit, fun fact about Sophia. So.
It's a good picture, though. I actually like it. I think you look really good.
Thanks.
It's better than mine.
Stop.
She, like, took it at the dealership.
Yeah, the DMV.
Yep. And
where did you take yours?
In Montana.
At a DMV or just?
At a DMV.
Oh, okay.
But they took the photo and I, like, wasn't ready.
That's my passport. My passport photo, I just look like a murderer. Because it was taken when I was, like...
I saw that.
Yes, you know!
Scary.
Okay, so I love international travel. Because when I was going to Japan the first time, so I was 16 when I went to Japan the first time, so I needed to get a new passport because, you know, the other passport I'd had was from when I was a wee small one. So it was old. And so as a 16-year-old, going to a tiny Catholic school, I had, like, this baggy uniform. And so after school, in my baggy uniform, in 10th grade, I had to go to, like, CVS to get my picture taken. And I was a very unhappy, you know, 10th grader in, like, my dumpy uniform, just got out of school. And so my photo, like, looks like I'm ready to murder people. Like, and he kind of took the, like, it just
exhausted, and at that,
that
age, like, where everything's just mentally exhausting.
Everything's horrible. So I just...
there.
So it really, you know, going through international travel really feels pretty special when you're like, here you go. And then it's like my picture is just like this, like, 16-year-old that's like.
That's how my Kansai Gaidai ID card was.
My Kansai Gaidai one is terrible. Because the guy that took my photo for the Kansai Gaidai ID, he took it without me noticing. So the picture, I'm just like, and it's insane.
At least, so, okay, the first time I sent in, you had to send it in via email or by your care package, or the package that you send them. The first one I sent in, I had done it professionally at, like, a CVS, and I was smiling and I looked normal, and so I sent it in, and then when I sent it in, they were like, this is blurry, you need to send a new one. And so I got kind of mad, and so I used my own camera, which is decent, and it worked, because it wasn't blurry this time, but I was just so, like, annoyed that I had taken the picture just, like, blank stare. No smile. And that's the one that they chose to use. And it was hilarious when I arrived and I got this ID of me like that.
I don't even know how they accepted me when they saw this photo of me. I was like, I just looked disturbed. That's so bad.
They're probably like, this is a great student to have here.
Oh my goodness, what is America sending us? Yeah. I look insane. At least my UVM one isn't bad.
No.
It's just like me when I was like a freshman, so it just looks like I'm a baby, but
wee babies.
Just a wee baby. Yeah, but anyways, tangent.
Yes. Sorry, back to you.
Yeah, tangent. Back to me.
What do you have?
So the other night, as I was beginning to say, was that on Instagram, I had Sarah take a photo of me with like 4 giant things of yarn, like for the purpose of crocheting a blanket. Because it's cold.
Yes. And
I like blankets. So, I got myself a 6.5 millimeter size K crochet hook and some giant balls of Bernat yarn.
This is very fluffy.
Isn't it? It's fuafua.
Fuafua.
In Japanese, the onomatopoeia for something that's fluffy is fuafua. Yeah. So if you see a sheep, it's very fuafua.
Or like a really big fluffy black dog or white dog.
It's all fuafua. Yes. Japanese word of the day. So, here's what I have. Da, 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 da. Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome.
Yes.
What kind of pattern are you doing?
So this is actually a Bernat pattern. So it's a free pattern. You can find it through Ravelry. It's called the Easy Peasy Blanket because it's easy peasy. And actually, story about this pattern. Oh my goodness. This story is great. So, hold on. I love it. So, because I'm still pretty new in the crochet department, and I'm not really good at reading crochet patterns. They're still kind of like a math to me, like the same kind of where I look at them. What? So I posted on Instagram and I was like, so can anyone save me, please? So if anybody knows Mandy Cat, she was my hero and she told me what to do. But she told me what to do an hour after giving birth.
Oh my gosh.
Can you all go tell this woman she's my hero?
Thank you.
I aspire to be that. I aspire to be the person an hour after childbirth.
With her first child?
With your first child.
To have the need to hop back on to help someone.
Give crafting advice. That is who I aspire to be.
Me too.
So thank you, dear sweet Mandy Cat. You are a lifesaver.
These colors are great.
Isn't it?
It reminds me of, like, I don't know, like, it just, like, trees and woods and, like, the outdoors, which is great.
Vermont.
Yes. It's like it doesn't really do it justice always on the camera.
Yeah.
But, like, it's a nice, like, a light forest green and then, like, a deep maroon red. And it's so nice. I love it.
It's so soft, too. Like, oh my goodness.
It's gonna be great for when it gets
so
really cold.
Excited. Yes. So this is, like, the whip that I'm actually actively working on very excitedly because I'm just knitting myself into a blanket. I do, right?
The longer it goes, the warmer you get. Yes. Perfect.
Yeah. All right. So that was my blanket.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
You better think it's
I'm gonna take it once it's done and snuggle with your blanket.
No.
And watch Criminal Minds.
Well, you can watch Criminal Minds. You can't take my blanket.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, so yes. And if anyone's wondering about my hat,
tell us how far have you gotten?
do you want to admire my hat, guys?
Yeah.
Do you want to
I do. I want to see your hat.
Okay, I'm gonna go out of shot.
Oh no! Come back. Come hither.
I gotta put it on.
Oh. It's really beautiful. She did a great job. It's something to admire. Nice job.
Yes, do you like it?
I do.
I think it's too small for my head.
I think it makes a great sweatband.
Guys, does this fit my head? Oh.
Ooh, there it is.
Ooh, look at that hat.
It's done, isn't it?
Definitely. So.
Are you going to be wearing that to Rhinebeck? No?
I have been so stressed. Oh.
I like it. Is it your new look?
Yeah, I do like it. It's all
no need for curlers.
Okay, so I have been so stressed with school that this hat has just added stress. Like, I have just been this big ball of stress. Because this hat, requires, thinking. Which I can't do right now because I can't even write a paper.
You got this.
Let alone think. So I'm gonna let it sit in timeout for a while, guys. It's gonna be in timeout because it's just, I don't want to be more stressed than I already am. So I'm just crocheting my blanket.
It's comfortable and nice. Stick with it.
Senior year has been proving quite
stressful. As it always is.
Yeah.
It's the last time you have to do it though.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Well, unless I do grad school.
Yeah, but I feel like 2 more years would be easier than another 4.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
No more.
All right, so yeah, that's just gonna sit on the back burner. Also, if anyone is wondering,
yes,
I have not forgotten about the hat knit along, and at the end of this podcast, I'll be giving away prizes. I just realized that I don't think we mentioned that at the beginning, so I thought I'd just say that now.
Yes,
because I don't want people to be like,
"Where's your
Sophia?" No.
We've knitted for you.
Excuse me? No. Don't worry. Gotta do it at the end. It's gonna be suspenseful. Right, so shall we move on to some podcast questions?
Some questions.
So, I put up a thread on the Ravelry group, and it's for if you have any questions or if there's anything you would like us to talk about here. And so we have 2 questions. We do. The first question is from KTJane82. Hey girl, what's up?
Hello.
She has asked, she said, I would love to hear about the manga and anime you are reading/watching. I'm always on the lookout for new shows and books.
New shows.
You have come to the right place.
Hello.
We're big nerds.
We are your dictionary, encyclopedia, and bookstore all wrapped up into one.
Yeah. So, Where should we begin?
I don't know.
Okay.
Why don't you start with yours?
Okay, so for manga / anime that I am currently reading or watching. Okay. For anime, at this literal moment, I am watching a show called Akagami no Shirayuki Hime, which the English translation of it is Snow White with red hair. It is a shoujo manga, so it is a girly romance manga. So that's not everybody's thing. It's super cute though.
It's cute, and
cute.
it's just like a nice, relaxing love story type of thing to watch.
It's not really complicated either.
No.
It's pretty, it's just like...
It's between a prince who lives in a castle and an herbalist girl who's there studying to try to become like a court herbalist.
Yes, and she has red hair, so...
Yes. And they like fall in love, but they're also like determined to do their own work.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah,
So
it's about healthy relationships.
Yes. So if you're looking for something cute and simple, like no deep meaning behind it, that comes highly recommended.
Yes.
One that I just finished, which is like one of my favorites of all time now, is also, I also have the manga for it here.
Ooh.
And this is a manga and anime called Ansatsu Kyoshitsu. I like blank for a minute. And Ansatsu Kyoshitsu is translated in English as Assassination Classroom. This anime is fully finished. It was finished last season.
Yes.
Look at how beautiful it is. So this is action, kind of comedy.
It's a nice comic relief action.
It's action and comedy, so it's really doofy. So the premise of this, and I may have spoken about this before because it's like one of my favorites, but the premise is that there is this dude, he's a squid monster, and he blew up the moon. And he made a deal with the Japanese government to...
he wouldn't do anything for a full year.
Yes.
Against any citizen or the country, as long as he could teach in a classroom.
Yeah, and his students could try and murder him as much as they wanted, but at the end of the school year, he was going to blow up the earth.
If they couldn't have the assassinated
Yeah,
him.
if they couldn't assassinate him, he was going to blow up the world.
Yes.
No big deal. So, this middle school class gets stuck with a, this guy
Alien teacher.
as their teacher. And it's hilarious.
Yes.
So that is my recommendation for right now. For something funny and action.
Nice.
And lovely.
Nice.
What do you have? What do you have, girl?
So when I was in Japan, this was first a manga, but then it turned into an anime and finished up its first season. Probably, wasn't it like, it was last spring, the spring lineup. And it's called
Akatsuki no Yona.
Akatsuki no Yona. In English translation, it means Yona of the Dawn. And again, I kind of like her because she has red short hair like this girl right here. This is kind of like a mixed genre. It's about a princess who, her father is killed by one of her best friends that she's lived with inside the castle that she lives in. And one night she basically is exiled and has to run for her life with one of her bodyguards. And so it's about this story about her maturing, becoming kind of like a huntress bow person, while also like helping rid evil in the countryside that was once ruled by her father.
And there's dragons.
And there's dragons and people that want to like join her side and team up and protect her and the country and what she's fighting for. Yeah. So it's a really nice like a little bit of romance, but like more focused on just like her as a awesome character. And I bought like a whole bunch of their books when I was in Japan.
Yeah, we have some pretty large collections of manga from Japan.
Yes.
It's a problem.
So Yona of the Dawn is great.
Yeah.
Choice.
Super good.
As for a current a current anime that I'd recommend, I actually recommend this pure action one that just ended. It was called Awadi no Seraph.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that.
Which is called, in English it just means Seraph of the End. It's all action, but the artwork was really, really nicely drawn. Really, like, graphic, not in the horror sense at all, but more like graphic as in, like, the drawing art style.
Yeah.
It has to do with, like, a war going on between vampires and humans in a post-apocalyptic setting.
As it should be.
It's really cool, and it's about training the current humans that are still alive after this huge natural and plague disaster had hit, that they're trying to train the students to be able to fight back. So it was really, really nice. Nicely done. Yes, and there was a cliffhanger at the very end, so you know that there'll be a second season.
There better be a second season.
Yeah. And then I thought about one more thing. Introducing some books for people who aren't necessarily looking for manga or anime, but still in the current season of like fall and Halloween. I just finished reading this one called Station 11. It came out this summer. It was really, really nice. This is also has to do with like zombie plague viruses and a post-apocalyptic world. Wow. And it's about like things that you would actually miss. So like even the inside cover would be like, what would you miss? And there's like coffee, fireflies, oranges, like things that every day that you might regret, like things that wouldn't exist anymore, like airplanes, technology. So, and this virus lasts like throughout the whole end of the book for like 25 years. So you get to read from different character points of view. And last, I also finished this one. It's called The Night Circus. Kind of going along fall, magic, Harry Potter type of theme. I really liked it. It's a beautiful love story as well as like a tournament between wizards. So, very cool. That's all I got.
Excellent. Welcome. I'm Saratoga Knitting, Lisa. Saratoga Knitting on Ravelry and Instagram. And today I am recording from Marblehead, Massachusetts. This is where my in-laws live. This is the house where my husband grew up. So I'm out in the backyard on the deck. You can see some lovely plants behind me. It's just a lovely, lovely afternoon. It's Saturday, and I think it's probably still in the 80s today. It's just beautiful. There's just a little bit of a sea breeze coming in right now, but it's just fantastic for this time of the year. And the reason that I'm here, of course, as many of you know, I have left my job at Skidmore, and I have moved to Massachusetts now, and I've taken a job at community college on the coast, Massasoit Community College, which is in Brockton, Massachusetts, and I've had my first week there. It was fantastic, crazy, overwhelming, wonderful, great. Seems like a really great office. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think, for me there. But of course, you all know it's a little crazy. Starting a new job for the first week. We haven't sold our house, so we're not sure quite how that's going to work yet. So luckily, I think I had mentioned this before. We have very close friends who live in Duxbury, Massachusetts, so I'm able to stay with them during this interim period. And you know, Marblehead it's only about 35 miles. It's north of Boston, so it's only about 38 miles from where I'm living, where I work. But to get here takes a good 2 hours on a Friday night. But it's a lot better than driving all the way back to Saratoga. So what we're kind of going to plan to do right now is that my husband Mark, Sophia's dad, is going to stay in Saratoga, and he's working on the house. And we're considering whether we're going to actually sell it, whether we're going to rent it. We're going to rent it while we wait for a sale. So there's a lot of things are up in the air about that. But on the weekends, he will drive out here, and then I will drive up here, and we'll be together here with his parents. We love his parents. They're really great and very accommodating to have us here. They're very excited for us to be actually making the move back to Massachusetts. So it's really just it's great. Marblehead, we lived here for many years when we were right before we were married and when we were first married. Sophia was born in Salem, Massachusetts, so she's actually a witch. She'll remind you of that as her birthday gets closer, but she was born in Salem, Massachusetts. And then we lived in Swampscott, Massachusetts, which is just the next town over after she was born. So I'm very familiar with this part of Massachusetts, and it's just, you know, it feels like coming home, which is really comfortable and wonderful. So since it was so nice outside, I thought I would take a couple of minutes and just kind of go over some of my works in progress. I don't have any finished objects today. I do, but I left them in Duxbury. That's what happens, as Sophia would say. What are you going to do? I have a nice little cup of coffee here this afternoon, a little sip. Perfect with the breeze. I'll have some wine later with dinner. We're going to do a nice barbecue tonight, but for right now, I'll have my coffee. We have all kinds of things that we had to take out of my car today and bring in, and we've been packing up sweaters and things to bring here, kind of getting things out piecemeal. We're going to store some things in their basement here, so that's kind of what we've been working on today. We'll get into more of a regular routine with this as time goes on. But all is good. I'm really excited about my new job. I'm excited to be here in Massachusetts, and looking forward to eventually getting together with some friends here in Massachusetts for some knitting. I have been working on 2 projects mostly this week. I'm still working on the Phoenix hat pattern. I had mentioned this before. This is actually going to be, could potentially be one of the prizes in Ichigo Abroad Knit Along, which just closed. So Sophia should be drawing winners on her part of this podcast as well. So this is the Phoenix hat pattern that I have so far, and this is by Pink Hair Girl Knits. And this is actually a charity pattern. It only costs $2. I think it only costs $2, and it is all the money that's raised goes to a charity. Pink Hair Girl Sally Jane's daughter Rachel does volunteer work at her local hospital's burn unit, and they put together toiletry items for parents who have to stay in the burns unit and take care of the children, because they just don't have a lot of things available to them. So this is a great pattern. It's really easy. It's going to be a great hat. I can't wait to have it finished. And it only takes one skein of fingering weight yarn. So if you have some special skein out there that you haven't used, this is a great pattern to use it with, and I'm very excited. And as I said, that's potentially one of the patterns that will be part of our prize for the knit along. So I'm really happy with this. It's residing in my lovely bag here. I love this bag. I think this is so cool. This is by Knit Spin Farm. She made this. We were pen pals originally. I forget, maybe it was Mel's Key's podcast that we were doing, but anyway, we were pen pals, and these are one of the things that I got from her. So I love this bag. I still love it. It's great. I love her stuff, and this is where this particular project is residing. And again, Charlie, I have this lovely skein of yarn, and it's in a sock, as you can see. I think it might actually be in a, what is this? Oh yes, it's in a Ralph Lauren sock, of course. What else would you put your beautiful skein of knitting in but a Ralph Lauren sock? So once again, if you don't have one of these specifically, you can just grab a sock, and it keeps the ball of yarn together, and nobody's ever going to see it besides you, because you usually keep it in your bag. So yep, got that right there. Nothing like a Ralph Lauren sock to put together. The second project that I've been working on, which is really exciting, I'm really happy with it, is the Summertide Shawl Mystery Knit Along by Helen Stewart, Curious Handmade. I made her Pebble Beach shawl, as you saw, whenever I ran out of yarn and had to figure out what to do, but that was my issue, not the pattern's issue, and I really enjoyed that. So when she came out with that Mystery Knit Along, I think last week, I said I'm going to jump on that bandwagon because I really like her aesthetic. I like the way her patterns are written out too. She has each row is a line, and she has a checkoff box, and you can tell where you get to. It shows you what percentage complete you are when you finish a certain number of rows. It's really, I've never seen this anywhere else. It's a really unique way of doing it, and I actually really like it. What I ended up doing, you need, you could use one color yarn, but she suggests 2, and so I actually chose 2 really pretty yarns from Knit Picks, and they came, and I was really excited to cast on. So these are actually the two colors that I'm making together. If you can see it, this is a really pretty. It's brown, but it has some it's got a sheen to it, so it has a little bit of red in it, but it's really pretty. And this, olivey green, I really like. This is one of my favorite colors. I really like this. I really like this a lot. It's a little bit out there, but I think it's really great, and they're going to go really well together. I'm in the middle of Clue 2. Clue 1 and Clue 2 have come out now, so I'm kind of in the middle of Clue 2. I'm not going to give too much away with it, but it's going to be a shawl. It has some beautiful lace on it, and it's got the nice edging, similar to the Pebble Beach. I don't think it'll turn out like Pebble Beach. I think this is going to be something different, and I'll be interested to see when you're supposed to add in the second color. This will be really nice. I think this is more textured part. I think somewhere in the pattern I read that this is the more textured part, and then there are going to be some even more lacier parts with this yarn. So I thought I would use the lighter yarn for the more lacier parts. So we'll see. I'm really excited. It's great. It's a great fun pattern, and I'm really totally enjoying that one. And that is living again in my TARDIS bag. Woohoo! My lovely TARDIS bag. Just love it, love it, love it. From K Posta. Once again, I think it's great. It's my favorite. Yeah, and those are my two main projects right now. I finished that 2-color cowl that I was working on with the slip stitch, but again, I left that there. And I finished one other project, and I can't remember. I'll show it next time. It's really cool. It was a mystery knit along shawl as well. I think I had shown it before, but I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really pretty. And if you might be able to, can you see? Because I've had this out in the background here. I don't know if you can actually. There you go. Now you can see it. Oops. You can see I have my spinning wheel. It's such a lovely afternoon that I actually had the spinning wheel out today. I was really excited because I got with me my beautiful fiber. It went out on me, so I'm going to just kind of finish up where I was. I was just showing you my lovely fiber that I'm using for the Shackleton along with Fiber Trek TV and Joe of Shiny Bees podcast. And it's a 1.5 year long process. We're following the timeline of Shackleton's epic adventure to the South Pole, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to be spinning all of this up. This is only half of it, as I said. I'm spinning this up, and then I'm going to knit up some type of a lace shawl. I haven't decided on the pattern yet. And if you can maybe see just a little bit down here in the corner here, I have I started to just spin it up this afternoon, and it's coming out. It's this lovely jewel tone blue color, and it's absolutely awesome. And then the other thing that's going to take up a lot of my time in a fun way this time of year is the Harry Potter knit along with the O-Loops. And you can go onto Ravelry and just look up the O-Loops group, and you can see what's going on there. It's a 3-month knit along, October, November, December, with the Harry Potter theme. So all of our projects are around Harry Potter. We have challenges that we have to do, main challenges every month, and then we have some extra credit challenges. And it's just a fabulous group of people. And we've known each other now. Well, they're first-year students, second year, and third year. So the third-year students, we've known each other for 3 years now, and it's fantastic because we all get so excited to get together again in October, November, and December. I am a professor of Hufflepuff House, so I manage all the scoring for the house, etc. And it's so much fun. There's just so many fun people on it, and I'm sure that she's going to be talking about it. Sophia, Ichigo Knitter, and her friend Shanae, Midori Knits, have also joined up this year. They didn't do it last year because they were in Japan, but this year they're back, and they're going to be doing it. People are already getting. You had to purchase a skein of yarn in the September update, and then you'd get sorted into a house. And people are starting to get their sorting, their packages with their sorting letter in them, so they're coming onto the houses and introducing themselves, which is so much fun. And we're going to be getting started. We already know what our challenge is for October, but we can't start it until October 1st. So there's lots of planning going on and lots of chatter in the group. You play for house points, so whoever gets the most house points at the end of the long wins the house cup for that year. It's really a lot of fun. And this year we've started something new, which I really wanted to mention. We have, if you're a Muggle, if you have not, where you weren't able to purchase a skein of yarn during the update, and it went like this year, you can still play along. There's a Muggles thread that you can come on in and introduce yourself in. You can participate in the swap that's going on, the 3-month swap that goes on. And you can knit in the challenges. You won't actually win points, but you still have a chance to be sorted because they're going to come out with another update in October. And if you're able to snag some of their yarn in October from their Harry Potter series, then you'll be sorted into an actual house, and your projects will count points wise. But it's a really great way. For someone who has heard about this knit along, because it's been going on for so long, and maybe wants to come on over and take a look and see what it is that's happening. It's a lot of fun. People really, I mean, there are a lot of nice people on Ravelry, but I just have not been part of a nicer group than the Harry Potter Oloops group. And I think a lot of it is because you're coming back year after year. You really develop some nice friendships online, and then you see each other on Instagram, and it really is just it's a fun thing. And we all just get very sad when the school season ends at the end of December, but we know we'll be back again, and we all keep in touch during the year. So it's so much fun. It's just like this unbelievably beautiful sea breeze coming in here. It's just wonderful. I'm sure it's beautiful in Burlington too, and I'm sure the girls have gone to the farmers market today, and they'll be showing you more things about that. But so that's about it from here. As I said, I'm here in Massachusetts now, so if anybody wants to contact me, please do. Tell me where you are in Massachusetts, and once I get a little more settled in what's happening here, maybe we'll do a little get-together. And don't forget, Rhinebeck. Sophia, Shawnee, and Sarah, they were on the last podcast, will be, and myself, and Tracy, Two Black Labs, and her daughter Kate we'll all be going to Rhinebeck together. So we are so excited. We're so looking forward to that. And there's all kinds of people that we're going to be able to see and meet up with this year, and it's just going to be fabulous. I can't wait. Of course, Sophia, get going on that hat, girl. She set up this whole knit along to do the sheep head hat, and I think she's got to the brim. I hope she's gotten a little farther than that. I know she's still got a month to go, but let's get on the stick here, girl. Come on, everybody get on her. Make sure she finishes that hat, so we can all have our sheep head hats for Rhinebeck. But anyway, I think I'm gonna switch off to some wine now. We're gonna get ready to do our little cookout here tonight, and I'll say happy knitting, and thanks for stopping by, and we will talk to you again. Bye.
Hi guys. Yeah, so if you haven't noticed, what you just saw versus what is here is a little bit different. It is a week since then. What happened? Well, I live in a house full of people, and everyone came home, and everyone wanted to talk. And then my allergies decided to go haywire, and I couldn't breathe out my nose. So I had to wait. So here I am, a week later, able to breathe again, sounding less insane. I'm really sorry about how all over the place my podcast is lately. I feel like it's just been really chaotic and not organized, which I feel terrible about. Senior year is a lot more chaotic than expected, and I just wanted to thank you guys so much for sticking with me, even though when I put my podcast out, it is still pretty sporadic. It should have been out last Sunday, but all this happened. So here I am, 3 weeks late on the podcast, 3 weeks late on announcing the winners of the knit along. I'm just so sorry, everyone. So I'm going to announce that now. So I actually have Ravelry pulled up. There were 35 entries. There were 36 posts. The first post was Saratoga Knitting, my mother. So I put numbers 2 through 36 in the random number generator. And just to recap on the prizes were A Ravelry pattern of your choice of $10 or less. B is a skein of handspun yarn from my mom. And C is a copy of either the Phoenix hat or the handbrake. Winner's choice, and we will also give you a free gift copy for one friend. So, let's draw for prize A, which once more is a Ravelry pattern of $10 or less of your choice. Generate number 35. So let's see who that is. And number 35 is RSIS Land. I'm sorry, I'm useless at pronunciation. Who is Robin. So Robin, oh my goodness, you're from Cape Coral, Florida? Jealous. So Robin, if you would like to get in contact with Saratoga Knitting, my mom, with the name of a pattern of your choice, she will gift that to you. Congratulations. Let's see, and prize number 2 is a skein of hand-spun yarn from my mom. I feel like all of these prizes came from my mom. You're a good mother. Number 28. Number 28 is Lucci Lucy. All right, so if you can send a message to my mom with your address, she will send you over a skein of her hand-spun yarn. Yay! Congratulations. And number 3 is, again, the copy of either the Phoenix hat or the handbrake, and an extra copy for a friend. And that is going to number 23. Number 23 is on the other page down at the bottom. Number 23 goes to KT Jane 82. Congratulations! All right, so if you can contact Saratoga Knitting and with your choice of either the Phoenix hat or the handbrake, and also the Rav name of the friend you would like to give one to as well, she will get those right out. So thank you so much, everyone, for participating. I never finished my hat because I got too angry with it because I can't do anything complicated right now besides write papers about World War II, apparently. So, yeah, and so now that the Rhinebeck hat knit along is over, that means it's almost Rhinebeck, guys. It is 2 weeks from today, I believe I will be at Rhinebeck. Yes. Yeah, so if anybody is going to be at Rhinebeck, we have a ton of buttons. I have one to show you. They're very big buttons, but they're buttons nonetheless. For the Ichigo Abroad podcast, we're giving them out. So if you'd like one and you see us, come up and ask and we'll give you one. Might also hug you as well, be warned. Yeah, so that's about it. I'm not sure if I'll podcast before Rhinebeck because, as I've said, my life is slightly sporadic right now. But thank you everyone for sticking along anyways for this crazy ride of this crazy college student. And happy knitting, everyone. Bye!